up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex, you watching the Ragin Nation show Transformers 4 edition. This is just a web series where I talk about all things that matter to me for production of the fourth installment of the live-action Transformers film franchise directed by Michael Bay. This is update number 87, and yesterday we, of course, saw the Transformers Age of Extinction Super Bowl TV spot, and it is the first official footage for the film. We've been waiting for a very long time for this, and finally it was here yesterday. And of course I did my ridiculous reaction for it, and I just gotta tell you guys that yesterday was crazy. Okay, just waiting for it, not knowing when it would be on. And I can imagine a lot of you guys from other parts of the world, you know, you guys must have been going crazy because some of you guys got to work the next day. You guys might have to be working like during that time because you're in different time zones, and it must have been crazy for you guys. So some of you guys are so dedicated, you stayed up so late just to watch it. And I was going between like all these different sites. I was going between Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and microwave.com and then repeat cycle. I just kept on going in circle and circle, trying to keep myself busy and keep us all like completely hyped up for this crazy 30 seconds. And let me tell you something, that 30 seconds was absolutely epic. Every time Michael Bay delivers a Super Bowl TV spot, he always delivers every single time. And this one has got to be the best one he's ever delivered, you know, compared to Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon. It's got a more excitement and action-packed tone as opposed to the tone of okay, this is like the end. This is like the end of the world. This is kind of like an urgent situation. It feels kind of different. And, you know, some people who really don't understand this whole fandom thing, they're telling us, like, they're saying that, dude, it's only 30 seconds. Like, relax, calm down. It's only 30 seconds. But you don't understand, man. This is like a 30 seconds that we replay over and over and over again because when I right before I went to sleep, I was like, okay, I want to watch it one more time. I'll watch it one more time. And then I watched it one more time. Okay, one more time. And then this morning before I left my house, I was like, okay, I gotta watch it one more time. Okay, one more time. Okay, I know that some of you guys do that, okay? Anyways, I was watching my own reaction, and I didn't even realize how ridiculous I look when I do that reaction. It just it really cracks me up. And then it's mainly because of that Grimlock shot. I mean, I'm just gonna watch that. I'm just skip right to that part right now. Okay, there's Crosshairs. Okay, there's Tessa, and there's Cade, and then Bumblebee and Strafe, and then like it makes me giggle, man. Because like I'm so happy when I see these things. Okay, so let's do on the full-on trailer analysis. Let's do the trailer analysis. Everybody, you know, wants to analyze and see what the heck is going on. Well, here's my version, and here are my answers, okay? So, of course, we start off with this amazing shot, this grand shot of this is Lockdown, okay? This guy walking down the road is Lockdown, and the ship is, I guess, either Lockdown ship or it is the Nemesis. And what's really interesting is that a battle took place here because you see like some fire and smoke, and so Lockdown is walking around this path. I believe it's Austin, Texas. It's a great looking shot. Next, we have Tessa and Cade. They're looking over, you know, in the same, looks like the same highway, same stretch of road. And here's Optimus, okay? Now, I gotta say something. The first thing I noticed when I saw Optimus, and then the next shot after that, was that I felt the CG is a bit off. Maybe it's a little bit unfinished because the lighting looks off, okay? I think that maybe they had to really rush something to get the Super Bowl spot in that, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't think it's just me. This shot particularly with Optimus's face, and also the next shot of the Decepticon with the gun face, those shots really just look like the CG's unfinished. Because the CG from Michael Bay's Transformers films has always looked good, except for some shots in Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. But other than that, they've always looked very photorealistic. This shot in particular, Optimus Prime here, and the shot of the gun face guy, it doesn't look as photorealistic as it could be. Now, this is all very early, so obviously they have the time to tweak it up, and it's probably going to look better. Now, speaking of the shot of Optimus, we're also on the same stretch of highway, okay? And his facial design is totally different. Okay, totally different. And what you notice at the bottom is that Tessa is at the bottom. Okay, there's a blonde over there, and I think that Optimus was protecting her. All right. So moving on to the next shot. Okay, now you see, of course, Gunface, or otherwise known as Gunhead. Now in the Twitter chat, a lot of people were asking me, who is this? Okay, and I was saying that it is Galvatron, because Galvatron, you know, he's like Megatron. He has a big gun. He's got an arm cannon, but this time he's using his face. That's why people are calling him Gunhead, right? But upon careful and closer look, because I have the HD like downloaded version of the trailer, and if you look really closely, and I paused it, and you know the shoulders wasn't just a dead giveaway, it was this. You pause it close enough, you see the Lamborghini logo right there. This gun face, this is Lockdown, the Lamborghini Aventador. All right, and what's really interesting is that this gun face transformation, it still looks a little bit, the CG's not that finished, okay, but it does still look very, very good. But of course, the most interesting thing is that Lockdown is a gun face. All right, a gun transforms out of his face, and it kind of reminds me of Mixmaster. Remember Mixmaster in Revenge of the Fallen? He had 3 modes: robot mode, the cement mixer mode, and of course the gun mode. Okay, so this is very, very interesting that he has a gun. He can transform a gun out of his face, and not just any gun, but like a really badass gun. And it kind of reminds me of how there were Headmasters and Target Masters. Because Headmasters transformed, and Target Masters are guns that transformed into robots. Well, it looks like Michael Bay took the concept of Headmasters and Target Masters, put it together in one, and now Lockdown is Target Head. Now, in the next shot, we see that he shoots this gun, and the next shot after that is Optimus. Now, we cannot 100% confirm that he shot Optimus, okay? Because this is a teaser trailer, this is not the whole movie. All the magic of editing can, you know, make it appear that Lockdown is the one who shot Optimus Prime. Now, it could be or it could not be. So I'm not gonna like jump to conclusions and say that Lockdown used his powerful gun and shot Optimus. But let me tell you something. This was a very, very like devastating blow. It's a very devastating blow. Like, he took a really nasty hit to the chest, making it explode. And what you also notice here is that he's in his new mode. The close-up face shot and this shot right here, he's in a new mode. This action sequence still seems to take place along the same stretch of road. Okay, so moving on. Prepare. Okay, now we have this guy. Okay, this guy is about to cut a Chevy sedan in half. All right. And what's really interesting is that the head looks like Megatron, okay? But upon careful inspection, if you pause it right there, you see these 2 horns. It looks like what I was referring to as Cyclonus in this propaganda poster, or rather this poster where it says he's watching you. It looks exactly like that. If you pause it right there, look at the head, and then you look at the propaganda poster, it looks like this is the same character. But when you look at the robot itself, it looks like Megatron. Or rather, Galvatron is the upgraded version of Megatron. So I'm going to assume that this is Galvatron. But what I also said in a previous update was that Galvatron is the Freightliner Argosy. Now, if he is the Freightliner Argosy, I usually like to take a look at the robot and look for car parts. Now, I cannot see anything except for the color of it being silver. And, well, the Freightliner Argosy has blue lights. So I do see some blue lines here and there, but I can't 100% confirm that this robot that we see here is the Freightliner Argosy. But if it is the Freightliner Argosy, I suppose it's supposed to be Galvatron. Now, what really gets me is the chest. Where's that chest piece, that circle chest piece supposed to be in the truck? So really, still a mystery to me. Now, there may or may not be a Motormaster, okay? I really want the Freightliner Argosy to be Motormaster, but if it is Galvatron, then this is him right there, all right? If that's the case, then who is Cyclonus? Maybe he's not shown. Anyways, he's going to cut this Chevy in half, which is crazy because this tells you something about that scene, and that is, Well, first of all, the Chevy sedan is not an Autobot. It's not a Transformer in any way. So I'm thinking that, is this a scene where he's just a vicious Decepticon which just destroys anything in his way, regardless of you know, like, of if it's a threat or not? Because he just cut a family sedan in half, and I'm pretty sure that the people inside, if it's just one person or more than one person, they're all hospitalized. So yeah, that's pretty nasty how he decided to cut a car in half. I don't think that the main characters are in there. All right. Anyways, what this really reminds me of is also that there was an official shot of a red car that's cut in half. All right, and maybe, I'm just thinking, maybe that a supporting character is in the Chevy sedan. All right, maybe it's Stanley Tucci's in there, or maybe, I don't know, maybe another character. Who knows? All right, because what is the significance of this Chevy sedan that Galvatron had to slice it in half? All right, and then the next scene is Optimus, you know, showing up, and then they see the wreckage. All right, so there you have it. That's very interesting. The next shot is these ships, and I say ships with a plural. These are like capital size ships. Capital size ships. They're huge. And is this Lockdown's fleet, or is this a bunch of Decepticons that were not even in Cybertron when it got destroyed? So maybe they're from a different planet. Moving on, you have okay, now this is very interesting to me. Cade, Tessa, and Shane are running away from explosions. But look at the background, okay? You have like warehouse. Let me go back there. Let's see here. Okay, this is a warehouse. Okay, this is like a farm, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on here. There's nothing going on here except for explosions. Now, I'm gonna have to say something, and that is the explosions are just a little bit too uniform. Okay, I don't see any lasers shooting down at them. I don't see any like special forces guys throwing bombs. I don't see like a you know, an Autobot, or I mean rather a Decepticon shooting, like in the background, shooting at them. So why are these explosions going off in such a uniform fashion? They're like conveniently to the left or conveniently to the right, and they blow off in sequence. But what's really cool is that they're running away from this explosion, which is, you know, something very dangerous. It's quite a stunt. All right. Okay, now this is nuts. Okay, Optimus is captured. I have a lot to say about this. Optimus is captured in Lockdown, and this is supposed to be Lockdown's ship. Now, remember the original synopsis? It said that Lockdown captured Optimus Prime. Now it looks like that synopsis is completely accurate. All right, because you see Optimus Prime being captured, and then you see on the left, you see, I suppose that's Galvatron, okay, who is supposed to be the Freightliner Argosy, because if you look at this old concept art, which I thought was fan art, this concept art, which maybe have gotten leaked, this is Galvatron. I mean, if you look closely, the knife, he has a knife arm, okay, or a blade arm, and then the blade arm retracted back in his arm, while he's standing looking at Optimus. So very, very crazy stuff. Now I got something to say about this scene, okay? This moment is the defining factor for this movie, okay? This sequence defines the movie and it differentiates this movie from all the other ones. Okay, and let me tell you why. Because in the first movie, it's about origins, okay? So that they're cool in that department. But Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon essentially are the same structure, and that is an alien invasion. Okay, it's all about an alien invasion, and it's all about humans plus Autobots trying to defend the Earth, the planet, from an alien invasion. Now, this capture scene is totally different, okay? No, it's not about an alien invasion anymore. The focus is saving Optimus Prime. Okay, I'm not saying that the main story is about them saving Optimus Prime, but the Autobots have to work together to rescue Optimus Prime. And you know what that tells us? That tells us that there's going to be way more robot interaction, especially amongst the Autobots. Okay, so this is huge. Okay, this is a big deal to have a Lockdown capture Optimus Prime. There's going to be a lot of robot interaction in this, and this scene right here, that is a key scene that tells us that something special, and something is going to be very different from the previous ones, because essentially the first 3 movies is an alien invasion, okay? But this, they're already on Earth. Now it's time to have a story, an actual robot story, Autobot Decepticon story on Earth, okay? So there you go. All right, so now what's the next shot? Okay, let's move on. Next shot. Okay, the next shot is, of course, Crosshairs, and he's jumping off in a parachute. He looks great, okay? He's got 2 guns, and he's shooting at those Transformers Dark of the Moon ships, you know, those drone ships, and it's a city battle, and it doesn't look like, this does not look like Hong Kong to me, okay? Hong Kong does not look like this, okay? Very, very cool shot, okay? Just had to throw that in there. And then they're running. You see the humans running. There's a lot of debris, so I don't know what's going on, but it looks like maybe somebody's capturing Tessa, but it looks like the same stretch of highway along Austin, Texas. Next shot, we have, okay, now this is a very cool shot. You have the Sonic RS, which could possibly be Cliff Jumper, and then you also have a black SUV in the background, and another flipped SUV. Okay, so that could be like the Special Forces guy. And what looks to be like, I don't know, is this a construction yard or something? Something's going on here, okay? But what's really crazy is that this looks like an old Optimus. Now, a lot of people are speculating like that's Hound or that's the rusty truck. But this has old Optimus written all over it. Now, I see a little hints of red, little hints of blue, but what really gives it away is, of course, the shoulders. Look at the fuel tanks, and look at this chest. The chest, he's got those upper lights that are on top of the cab. So this is the old Optimus. This is crazy. This is the like really, really nuts. And I don't know what this scene is all about, but this must happen in the first act of the film, because eventually Optimus gets upgraded to his super mode, right? Looks like that's the theme of these movies. Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, and Age of Extinction. Optimus keeps on getting upgraded. Okay, finally we have, this is the Hong Kong shot. Okay, this is supposed to be a Hong Kong scene, but this was filmed in Detroit. Okay, you can tell with all the car pile up, right? This was filmed in Detroit, and what you have here is Bumblebee jumping up, and this Dinobot, which a lot of people thinks it's a Terracon or a Predacon. It's not. It's Strafe. Okay, Strafe is a 2-headed flying creature. Okay, and which leads me to the next scene. Okay, and of course here you have Optimus riding a Grimlock, and he's holding a sword and a shield. Now, old Optimus, this is my theory. Old Optimus uses guns, okay? New Optimus uses like I guess medieval weapons, a sword, shield, okay? And I have a feeling that the Dinobots are only going to show up in Hong Kong and China, and the main reason why is because, well, they're the finale, they're the backup. You know what I'm saying? And what we have here is a huge Grimlock, and Grimlock's got horns, and what's really cool is that this is something that people might not know, but there's a huge influence, a Chinese dragon influence. It's a Chinese-inspired look because the horns, it's very, very Chinese dragon-like. All right, so with the Dinobots coming from China, it makes a whole lot of sense that Grimlock would have horns, because if you look at a Chinese dragon, it looks just like that. All right, and of course you have Optimus riding Grimlock, and this just shows you the sheer size and the awesomeness of how big Grimlock, the leader of the Dinobots, is going to be. Now, I gotta say one thing, and that is the Dinobots are not Dinobots, okay? I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but the Dinobots we used to know, okay, they're not in this movie. Instead, we got remixed or reconceptualized versions of Grimlock and Swoop. Swoop is a pterodactyl. Strafe is a 2-headed flying creature. Grimlock is a T-Rex. Grimlock in Age of Extinction is a dragon, a Chinese mechanical dragon. Okay, and then of course you have this other character, which is supposed to be a blend of a Triceratops and a Stegosaurus, you know, with the tail. So these are fictional dinosaurs that Michael Bay has created for Age of Extinctions. I'm pretty positive that the next 3 Dinobots that we're getting are not going to look like your traditional dinosaurs, okay? It's his creation, and he wanted to totally put Dinobots on steroids. I'm positive of that, okay? And there you have it. That's all I got to say. I know this is a pretty long video, but 30 seconds, we got a lot to talk about. There's a lot to cover, and I'm going to just throw this out here. I'm going to throw this out here, and I have a feeling that the Dinobots is the Chinese creation, okay? It's just a theory, okay? I think that the Dinobots are the creation of the Chinese, all right? Those whole reverse engineering thing, they found the dinosaurs in China, okay? Researchers are there, scientists are there, tech guys are there, and they didn't want to make robots. They decided to make creatures and put their own Chinese influence on them, and that is why Grimlock looks like a dragon. So there you have it. That's all I gotta say in this video. I don't want to say anymore. This video's been going on for too long, but I had a lot to talk about. So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But one thing I can tell you is that I can confirm that that guy is locked down. Okay, Lockdown, Aventador. We're gonna see both. Optimuses, the old Optimus and new Optimus. There's got to be some sort of explanation as to why they got upgraded. Now, I originally said that they're not going to explain it. They're not going to bother to explain it, but I'm completely wrong, and I want to acknowledge my lack of theorizing. We all make mistakes, but at the end of the day, we're all speculating because nobody knows anything for real, okay? You'll have to see visual confirmation, and I got visual confirmation that Optimus is going to have 2 modes in this movie, all right? So there you have it. That's all I got to say. I'm very excited for this movie. Of course, we all are, and to top things off, I don't know. I cannot confirm that there's going to be an extended TV spot. Okay, they did that with Revenge of the Fallen. They did that with Transformers: Dark of the Moon, but I can't confirm that Age of Extinction is going to have an extended version. If they do, it'll probably show up in a couple of days or a week from now. So there you have it. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, the Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation. My name is Alex Yu. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. Oh!